What's up, and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab. We got a nice little Sunday edition. Excited for some I was gonna say college football. My camera has to be crooked because why does my hat look like it's so crooked? Um anyway, today is Sunday, the 15th, 11:30. We got about an hour and a half till game start. I don't want to spend, too much time. I've got a decent amount of plays put in the Discord already. If you're a member of that, if you're not, let's go ahead and try to win some money. I've got to get you in there. I've got a builder on Twitter at Live Joe Bets for the Bucks and the Lions game. Posted it at minus 102. It's actually plus 100 now. So something moved on that. That I guess I could have waited on to get plus 100, but I'm okay with it, I guess. Let me get my screen shared here. Present, share screen. Okay. That's a weird background. Why is it like that? Skull indeed, Chuck. Got oh, you can't see it. Old Randy Moss jersey on. Was wearing that when we beat the Giants on Sunday. So I gotta run it back. See if we don't get some lucky jersey action with the 49ers. I had a Fran Tarkenton jersey. I don't remember if it was last year. Last year the Fran Tarkenton or like maybe a year before, but I had a Fran Tarkenton jersey that just did good for me. Just every time I had it on, it seemed like all kinds of luck and everything. This hat's actually driving me crazy. Why does it seem like my head's crooked? You got Fran on right now? There you go. I think my camera's crooked, to be honest. Let's try to fix that. Not really better. Okay. Anyway, those of you in the Discord, some of these plays will look familiar. If you're not, then obviously it's gonna be some fresh stuff for you. Cam Newton, yeah, man. Cam Newton's going wild, man. Panthers definitely did not look very good. Didn't look very good. That's why I feel like I'm so high on the Cowboys, because I feel like the Saints only looked good because they played the Panthers, because the Panthers looked pretty bad, my guy. But I'm sure the Vikings aren't going to look much better today. So we can go on there. Trayvon Diggs. All right. I need to start that's what I should be doing. That's a trend I should start on Twitter, is like, what jersey you wearing? Like, I got this alternate black, Randy Moss on, like people rocking the Fran Tarkenton jerseys on, like that's what I should make a tweet about that. Send me. I don't want a selfie though. I don't really need a selfie. Just take a picture of, take a picture. See it. Take a picture of your jersey. Show me your chest. Say it with your chest. All right, so I want to just talk about the plays real quick. I want to answer any questions that you guys have, and then I would like to build an anytime touchdown lotto for those of you that are around. We have a sweat-free promo for DraftKings. So I'd like to put together a little bit of a lotto for that. We'll get that posted in Discord. We'll have it on Twitter as well. What's up, Matt? With you. If you're on Twitter, whatever, retweet this for me. Man, these shows have been booming for NFL. I was kind of hoping to have some more people on here, but I appreciate the people that are here, obviously. What's up, Matt? Did I share this in the Discord? I think I did. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, so before we talk about quote unquote official plays, I think we got a good slate of ball here. Yesterday's college football wasn't too bad. Where I was able to get a nice little let's see, I posted it for those of you who don't follow me. I made this graphic, it's ugly, but I got a nice plus 2,766. We took I put 10 instead of 40 on there on accident. Maybe that's why somebody yeah, that's funny. I made that myself. I put 10 into that. It was actually 40 into that. But anyway, won a good amount of money. Did the stepped up builder that DraftKings has, and it's a minus 500 for each leg. And I went through and just kind of picked my spots, and we had a nice little hit for ourselves here, yesterday. Outside of that, man, I got hooked on Mizzou. I needed them to score, win by 6.5. Vanderbilt, man, like Vandy scored with a minute left, and Georgia State just walked down the field and scored a touchdown again. Super frustrating. And then I hit this anytime touchdown parlay last week. I have a 4-leg up this time for about 1,000 with the boost. So excited, excited to see what we can do today. I think running backs will be another pretty good look again today too. But all right. Anyhow, parlayed all 7:30 games. Yeah, UCF money line was pretty scary. If you follow along with the Boys of Fall podcast, I had, D-Rock was on instead of Ty last time. I meant to actually retweet this, but here you go. We went 6-4 on the show, so we were positive. I went 4-1. I need Missouri to have 34.5 points. They finished at like 28 or something like that. So I almost went 5-0 for the second time in 3 weeks. It just goes to show that I think in the Discord next week, I plan on just doing more straights, I think. Because clearly I'm able to do it. The first week 1, I went 5-0 on the podcast. Week 3, I went 4-1. I did have everybody had a bad second week, but in those 2 good weeks, I was 9-1, in 10 straight bets. So I think straight bets certainly need to be the way to go about that. But that's on this same channel here. So if you didn't, you missed out on whatever, make sure you check that out. So anyway, look, just to quickly kind of mention these games, we're going to like very, very briefly talk about these games. If you guys have any particular questions, fantasy questions, not really big into fantasy. Shoot, that's what I should do. Let me go live on TikTok here real quick. I've been getting somebody gave me some gifts the other day. Of course not in it for the money, but why not go live on the TikTok here and let's see here. Go live. Here we go. Nice little stand here. See, look, you guys are on there. All right. Anyway, so just to quickly go through the games, I don't want to go through every one of them. I feel like that's going to be a bit exhausting. People can see the jersey that I'm wearing on TikTok, so that's awesome. But all right, Saints and Colts. Gosh, do I really want to go through every game? I don't know. That seems like a lot. I feel like the Cowboys win this game. I feel like the Cowboys probably win by a lot. Lions and Bucks, I feel like it could be a shootout. I think it's gonna be a really good game. I have a builder in the Discord. I also have a builder on Twitter at LiveJoeBets that I posted for the Bucks and the Lions game. I think we're gonna have some good passing games. Good passing game. Browns and Jags, a game that I don't think anybody should be trying to run to bet. The Browns, I think, looked horrendous. The Jaguars didn't seem to know what they wanted to do either. I think both these teams need to figure it out. 49ers and the Vikings. I messed around and took a bunch of favorites and, a money line parlay. I put the 49ers. So the Vikings end up winning, then I guess I can win money if the 49ers win. I could win. At least I get a mental victory if the Vikings win. Yeah, I'm sure the 49ers win that game. Chargers Panthers, not one that I'm really running to bet on. We talked about how bad the Panthers have looked. Chargers, I think, look a little better here. You got an ugly money line and -4.5. Don't know if I would love to bet to that. Under a touchdown, certainly, but at the 2.5, I feel like I would feel better at 2.5. TikTok's actually crazy. Like people pop in and ask a question, and then like people like leave immediately. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, and I'm seeing a lot of Panthers fans that say that that are dogging their team, so that doesn't look good. Ravens and Raiders, I think that it's going to be a heavy running game. Like your Derrick Henry to score a touchdown. I like, maybe your Lamar Jackson rush yards, his anytime touchdown. I think Lamar Jackson under his pass attempts is a good look too, because I think they're going to be running the ball a lot, trying to get that run game, going. And, just based off where the spread looks -8.5, it should be inducive running. Patriots and Seahawks, another game you're just not really interested in. Dude, fuck off, leave then. I'm live talking to the chat of X amount of people, right? So like, get out of here, homeboy. If you follow me, like, block me. Guy trying to talk shit in TikTok live. Um, Figure your fantasy questions out first. The title doesn't even say anything about fantasy football, does it? We're talking about betting. Colts and Packers, I think, is going to be look, I think it's crazy that the Colts are minus 134 favorite, and I mean just minus 2.5. You know, you got the Packers who are going to be without Jordan Love. They're saying he's going to have, it's like a week 5 something like timetable like return or something. So you got Malik Willis in there. I have a feeling that Malik Willis is going to run like all over the place. I think Willis's rush yards is going to be a pretty good look there. Jets and the Titans. Aaron Rodgers has never started 0-2 in his career, so I guess take that knowledge with what you got, what you want there. But I feel like the Jets go out there and get a win. Do they cover? You know, I don't know. You know, I don't know whether or not they cover. Giants Commanders. You know, Jaden Daniels, I'd imagine, would be a good look for rushing yards again. Giants defense was not looking good. Yeah, Sean, I think it's going to be a pretty good look for Malik. Rams and Cardinals could be a pretty good game. Sean McVay is 10-1 or 9-1. I think it's 10-1 in his career against the Cardinals. We get him at even money. Yeah, I'm sure with Marvin Harrison and everything like that, that's certainly different. But the Rams, you can get the Rams on the road minus 104. The Cardinals really do have some guys. James Conner's a good running back. McBride's a good tight end. You got Harrison, out wide. So I can understand where like the line's at, but I do feel like the Rams, like I said, McVay's 10-1. Like you can't look past that. Sometimes coaches just have that stuff about them. Bengals and Chiefs, I feel like it's going to be a really good builder game. Should be a nice little shootout. Steelers Broncos, I think Justin Fields is going to have a good running game just for whatever reason. And then Texans should go or Texans at home should certainly just tear up the Bears, in my opinion. Josh Jacobs over on rushing too. Feel like they run the ball in general. Yeah, I think Malik and Josh Jacobs could be probably a good look. Malik is not a good passer. He's a good runner. And that's why I think that his rush yards are probably going to be a good look. And Josh Jacobs is probably going to be a pretty good look there too, But Texans should get it. Those of you watching on we're live on TikTok, live on Twitter as well. Also decided to go live on TikTok, which is frozen for the time being, it looks like. But kind of a pain in the butt. Yeah, why am I frozen? Uh-oh. Okay, at least we got Wi-Fi here. It's saying I lost connection, so that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the couple plays I have here, and then we'll build an anytime touchdown, or if you guys questions or whatever, we'll get into that. And I'm gonna close this out. I had like 30 people watching live on TikTok, so let me try to open that back up. But like honestly, like I literally my thing on TikTok says talking NFL best bets. And then everyone's in here asking fantasy football questions like over and over and over. I don't know if that's like a TikTok thing. If like creators are like get on there and be like, oh yeah, what are your questions? Okay, yeah, no, I think you should take that quarterback over that quarterback or whatever. Like seems exhausting because it's just like not one after another of people like, asking those questions or whatever. But all right. Derek Carr over 32.5 pass attempts. Let me pull up Outlier here real quick so I can show you some stuff. Slowly has this play become one that I think is going to be a really good look. In the Discord, I just can't quite simply play. You can't play everything. You can't have 100 bets out. This is a game where you have the expectations that the Saints only really looked good because they played the Panthers, to be completely honest. That's where I'm looking at. All right. The Saints were only halfway decent because they played the Panthers. They're going up against the Cowboys, who the Cowboys at home have been, phenomenal. The Cowboys are a great team at home. A fantastic defensive line for the Cowboys, where, going up against the Panthers don't really have any sort of a pass rush. So it's just a much different level of competition. So I think the Saints are going to be playing from behind like the whole game. I think the Saints are playing from behind like the whole game. Um, and that's going to be induced to the passing. That's when we're going to raise his, his pass attempts here. But if you look here, if we go through and we filter, we can put it on like last year. We can go to loss, and it's going to set it to 6 because of the current spreads, 6.5. That's fine. Let's close this up. Last year in games that they lost by 6 or more points, Derek Carr's over this in 5 of 6 starts. Look, they're gonna lose this game. The Saints are not gonna win this game against the Cowboys. The Cowboys are gonna roll. I think the Cowboys are gonna destroy the Saints, quite honestly. So I feel that this play here is just without a doubt one of my favorite plays. And if I hadn't already given out 3 straight bets in the Discord, this would probably have just ended up being a straight of mine, but it ended up being in a parlay. It's in a parlay of mine that I got posted in the Discord there. But look, I mean, he's got, right here. I don't know how well you guys can see this on YouTube or, wherever you guys are watching. He averages 40, nearly 40, right? 39.67 pass attempts per game. Nearly 40 pass attempts when they've lost by 6 or more points. I mean, you can see he's got a 40, a 38. I don't know what happened. I think he got hurt in this Minnesota game, if I'm not mistaken. 40 against the Rams, 38 against the Falcons, 55 against Jacksonville, 50 against Houston, 37 against Tampa Bay. We have a very, very small number here of just 32 and a half pass attempts. And his lowest number last year was 37 when losing by more than 6 points. And the line today is 6.5. So obviously it's not like that's going to necessarily for sure happen, but I like it a lot. I think it's going to be a pretty good look. Yeah, Chuck, Cowboys Texans money line -112 feels very good. Yeah. I mean, I got Texans to win the Super Bowl. I got to put $250 future on them and pay out $4,000 or $5,000. Certainly rooting for them to win every game, but I without a doubt think they beat the Bears, and the Cowboys I think would have to have a massive meltdown if they're going to lose against the Saints. So I think that 2-leg is probably going to be really good. Yeah, TikTok, Texans skunked the Bears. I think so. Chargers spread. I mentioned it. I kind of froze on TikTok. We already talked about that for a second, but -4.5, I think it is. It's as long as it's under that touchdown. The Chargers don't give me a ton of confidence, especially with losing a lot of the pieces that they lost. But I would certainly not look to back the Panthers. So the Chargers are nothing, in my opinion. Right. So first play is gonna be Derek Carr for 32.5. For those of you who are popping on TikTok, halfway paying attention, but we're live on we're live on Twitter, live on YouTube. Lunchtime in the Lab, 2,000 some odd subscribers. We go live at 11:30 every day to talk about sports. Twitter at Live Joe Bets, 25,000 odd. Some people on there that follow me, we're live there as well. So you can check out, the graphics, see what we're looking at, everything if you guys want to look there. Second play. Well, let's go actually flip back around. The second play from the same game. Honestly, I think this game is a plethora of good things. I think I gave out a play in the Discord already. We're skipping for the sake of time and everything. There's a receiving prop in the Cowboys Saints game that I really like as well. But I am going to go back to the well here with the Cowboys team total. I talked about it on Friday's stream. I think it was maybe Thursday's stream. I feel, let's go to games here. I can show you. I mean, it's just this trend has just been nuts, and I feel like we just got to back it again. Skull indeed, Owen. Pittsburgh spread. Yeah, probably. Team props. Cowboys points. What's the line here again? 27.5. So this was moved. It was 26.5 earlier this morning. Fine. That's all right. We're talking about football numbers here. 26.5 is not really a football number. 27.5, or I mean 28 is a football number. If this was 28.5, I certainly would not be interested in it. If it was 23.5, it'd be a fantastic bet, obviously, because 24 is a football number. But If you look at their home success here in the last 10 games, they're over this. Well, let's see, 20. Okay. So in 2023, at home, the Cowboys are over this team total of 27.5 and 8 of 9 starts. The one miss they had was against the Lions. They were only able to put up 20 points. I think this is a fantastic look. The Cowboys defensive line, I think, is going to dominate the Saints. The Saints offensive line. I don't think the Saints offensive line has a chance. I think that the Cowboys are going to get up. The Cowboys are going to score, and Dak continues to earn that big deal that he just signed. CD's happy. CD didn't really have a lot of practice, and they still looked okay. They missed some shots, deep and everything. I think they connect more on that. I think the Cowboys look really good here, especially at home. You know, last year at home, 8 of 9. They're over this in 8 of 9 with 30 points being the lowest in that time frame. They scored 30 plus in 8 of 9 home games. Just crazy. And really it's 32 plus and 7 of those 8, whatever, all the way up to 49 points. They scored 40 plus in 4 of those 8s that they've gone over. I mean, we could talk all day about it. They didn't have a good game. They didn't have a good game, against the Lions here, but we're gonna ride this trend and see if the Cowboys team total at home is gonna continue to be beneficial. If it's not, it's not. We move on. We'll be okay. But I think it's gonna be a solid look here. So second official play for the podcast here on Lunchtime in the Lab is going to be Cowboys team total over 27.5. As long as you can get it under 28.5, I'm cool with it. I would not play 28.5. That's just forcing an extra possession. So first play in that game, Derek Carr over 32.5 pass attempts. I might actually love this play. I showed you the graphs. I showed you the history with it. We feel really good about Derek Carr. Feel really good about the Cowboys over the 27.5 points. And then lastly, the third play, I honestly feel like I could probably give you guys a damn prop in every single game. I feel like I had a really good read on this slate, but you can't play everything. Lastly, we're going to go with Isaiah Pacheco over 66.5 rush yards here. I think Joe Burrow does look good. We'll talk about that. Well, we're talking about that game actually right here. I think that somebody says Saints over Cowboys in TikTok. That's very false. With the Saints profile pic. Let's see here. NFL stats. Rushing defense. Guys, while I'm pulling this up, well, it's pulled up, but we went to our anniversary dinner last night. Our anniversary was on Thursday. We went out to eat. We went and seen Deadpool yesterday. Me and my wife seen Deadpool yesterday. It was so good. So good. Like, of course, I'd seen the other movies, but the Deadpool movie was honestly fantastic. And then my wife, I think, loved it. Mainly, I mean, the music in there. The music in there is super good. Donovan, I don't know football. That's fine. That's so like deuces then, bro. TikTok's full of some bitches, man. Anyway, or bet me. You want to bet me? That'd be fun. Put $100 on it. Guarantee it. Give you plus money. There's no way the Saints win the game. Let's see. So Cincinnati gave up 170 yards on the ground last week, which obviously the Colts got murdered. The Chiefs gave up a lot of yards, so on and so forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The six most rush yards last game. And if you go back to see, what Pacheco's done against them just in his career in his past two. Dude, I swear my internet's being. Anytime I try to stream on TikTok, I feel like it slows down my desktop too. All right. So last year he faced him in December. He ran for 130 yards against them. You know, this is a game where I feel that the Chiefs are probably going to be up in it. So you're looking at a positive game script for passing realistically. So just kind of looking at how you think the game's going to go. Obviously, if we thought the Chiefs are going to be playing from behind, we probably don't want to be leaning on, on rush yards here. But I don't think that's the case. I think the Chiefs are going to be up. And if it's a close game, I don't see a world where the Bengals are going to be, like winning, if that makes sense. So like if it's the Bengals, I don't think I see winning. I think I see the Bengals being up, the Chiefs being up, a touchdown, whatever it is. I think it's a double, it's a over a full scored spread, I think. Oh, 6.5. So it's a touchdown spread. I think the Chiefs are going to be up. If they're not up, it's going to be a close game. So I need the run is certainly going to be there. They're going to run out the clock more than likely. And the Bengals just really struggle. And they allowed Ramondre Stevenson to run for like 120 yards against them. Isaiah Pacheco, as we know, is much, much, much better than that. So I feel I feel pretty good about that one. So let's cook up an anytime touchdown parlay here real quick, and then you guys can get into whatever you have going on. Obviously, we have the game starting in about an hour. If y'all been living a rock or not talking to me or anything, I got that hip surgery tomorrow. So I got 2 baskets of kids' laundry to put away. I started our laundry. The dishwasher needs emptied, so on and so forth. But got some stuff to do, try to get it done, before the game start, or at least, have a lot of it done so I can do most of it, in the living room where I got the big TV and got the 32-inch underneath it. I don't know what game's on Fox. I bet you I'm sure the Lions and Bucks are on, so I got a builder there. So I'll probably have that game on the big TV, the little TV, and then have Red Zone on the big TV. Just kind of have some action going. But all right, so we got about 24 people in here right now, just on YouTube. Let's cook up a touchdown parlay, guys. If y'all want to let me know, is Taylor Swift going to be there? If y'all want to let me know where we're at with touchdowns. So like I said, in the Discord, I have a 4-leg. I have a 4-leg in the Discord. With that 50% boost, and DraftKings has a stepped up promo, and then they have the no sweat. So we're going to use a no sweat right now for the stream, and then I'll post this in the Discord, post this on Twitter as well. And then and then at 4:00, I'll probably do the 4 o'clock games and the Sunday night football game, and with the stepped up promo or whatever, just to have another boost for anytime touchdowns versus like an all day kind of thing, if that makes sense. J.K. Dobbins versus the Panthers, huh? I could certainly see that. So now's the time in chat. Tonight, as in the Texans? If you are, I haven't looked at it yet. I will more than likely. Like I've said, like I've got a ton going on. I don't know how much I'm gonna actually watch these games. Like I want to play on the trampoline with my son, while I can. And I mean, it sounds like I'm on the deathbed, but I want to play on the trampoline with him while I can. Wrestle, jump on the trampoline with him. I want to, get out, go for a walk. Let him ride his bike. Just do some of that stuff I'm not going to be able to while, because I'm not going to be able to walk for, quite a while. So I'll look at that game later. It might be during like bath time or something, but I do see that there's a 50% boost, and I'm thinking like Stroud's pass touchdowns are a good look. I think Joe Mixon is going to be a good look too. Rush receiving yards for Joe Mixon, I think could be a good look. Bears struggled against the run. I mean, Texans win that game pretty handedly, in my opinion. But yeah, Juan, why Monty over Gibbs? Because that's my biggest struggle is deciding who's going to score those touchdowns. David Montgomery, and if I'm not mistaken, has not done well against the Bucks. Chuck, I got you down for Dobbins though. We'll definitely we'll run that. What's up, buddy? Look. I guess. Yeah. No, Dad has to have one. Okay. Dad tax. Thank buddy. So I mean, it's whatever, but he's never scored a touchdown against them, and he averages 23 yards against them. Like, that's my fear. Historically, on the Lions versus the Bucks, the dude has 47 career pass yards, rush yards. Average 23 yards. Has not scored a touchdown. What about Gibbs? Because I agree. I certainly agree. I mean, you want to, when there's a spread like a -7, you want to say, all right, what Lions are going to score, because you are operating under the assumption that they're gonna have they're gonna have some guys scoring. Gibbs has played against them one time in his career and has a touchdown. So if anybody has it, a reason to take one or the other, but that's the hard part about taking Lions rush props, is which one's going to do it. I would lean Gibbs. Why does it say it said he didn't have a touchdown? That was with the Bears, though. I don't know. You're literally picking. They could both score. None of them can score. It's kind of tough. I don't know how many touchdowns Gibbs had last year compared to Montgomery. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He had 10 touchdowns. Oh, I could have just looked at it on here. That's just rush, though. What about? Oh, and he only had 1 receiving. What else? What else? Let's go, Monty. I don't disagree. It's just hard. Let's hope they both score. Then that'll be perfect. All right, what else we got? Matthew, you got something else, since we're going to go against what you said? Yeah, I don't know. I'm about done. I'm about cooked on I'm about tired of TikTok. Mike, I like Mike Evans. I had I had hit that 3-leg parlay on the 1 o'clock slate last week, and then I ran back ran it back on 4 o'clock, and I had Mike Evans, Jerome Ford, both had a touchdown. Devontae Adams didn't come in, so I went 2 for 3. So realistically, on I'm 5 of 6 on any time touchdowns at this point. So we've done pretty good. Mike Evans, though, in a passing situation, in a game where the Bucks are playing behind and the Lions' pass defense is not the best, I think I do agree with Mike Evans. I do like Mike Evans. I like me some Mike Evans. Raiders. We definitely want to have a Raider. So Illuminati. Let's ride Lamar Jackson. I'm down with that. I mean, they talked about it on, if you guys watched the game, like Lamar Jackson's skinnier or whatever. He's looking good. All right, hold up. We gotta same game parlay this so we can see the odds. I hate DraftKings like that, man. DraftKings should just know what the hell I'm doing. What the fuck? My goodness. Cooper Cup, that's a good one too. Yeah, I was thinking Cooper Cup's receptions actually looked really good. Um, over like 6.5 or something, but definitely he's gonna be a big target. CD scored in like 6+ home games. Take it, like it. I like to take favorites. That's gonna. I mean, that's got us at plus 5,000. Najee, man, I thought about Najee too. See, like I already have my 1 o'clocks out, and I won't share to be fair, but my 4 o'clocks, I'm man, I've been big on running backs because it's just sometimes that's the way it is. But I was thinking James Conner for Cardinals. I think I was thinking Kyron Williams actually, and then the Chiefs. It's just kind of lame, but like Chiefs go with Pacheco, and then Steelers. I was thinking Najee, but then go Joe Mixon for the Texans. But it's like running back, running back, running back. Like that's gross. Um. So everybody's got a different definition of what lotto is to them, but I mean where we're at right now. This is a 6 leg for plus 5,000. I mean that's not bad. Dobbins for the Chargers, Lamar for the Ravens, go with Monty and Evans. Unless we want to get rid of the same game parlay, only pick one of those people. Cup for the Rams in the 4 o'clock slate, and then Lamb for the Cowboys. If we added one more, I would say we pick something out of the Bears and Texans, just because it'd be we'd be riding it into Sunday Night Football kind of thing. Kind of make it exciting. Or we leave it the way it is. So y'all let me know. Let me know what you guys want to do. So if we were going Texans, I think it's got to be Mixon. It's just so hard to choose. Is it going to be Nico? Is it going to be Stephon? Is it going to be Tank? Trying to pick those, gross. If we added Mixon, it would put us at a plus 9,000. I mean, that's not bad. AJ Brown out. Monday night though, right? Isn't that the Monday night football game? Devonta Smith props gonna go through the roof now. So my surgery is not until 10:45 Monday. So I gotta get my kids to school and everything, and then I can't eat or drink, so I'm gonna need something to take my mind off of things. I might pre-record a show for Monday Night Football and then have it just release at 11:30 like it's live. And then when y'all be watching when I'm on possibly having surgery or whatever. But so I thought I was really big on Zeke scoring last week, and I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, I mean, he's a big back. It certainly makes sense. I mean, he scored last week too. But yeah, I think James Conner's gonna be a good look. Something I'll save, for 4 o'clock. Like I said, I think for 4 o'clock, James Connors or Connor, whatever it is. Pacheco and then Najee and Mixon. Just go running backs. Take away Monty and just go Mike. I mean, I certainly would hate to lose the parlay because we don't know which running back's going to score. I mean, that's just such a difficult team to pick on. I think I agree with you there. And just in terms of like safety or whatever. Oops. I also did a round robin for fun of like Derrick Henry to score first, Mason to score first, and Brees Hall to score first, I think. Just for fun, you know. But yeah, I'm not. I mean, Mike Evans got to combat with Godwin, but Mike Evans just a big body, man. He's got good hands too. I think this feels good. Dobbins, Jackson Cup, Lamb, Mixon, Evans, plus 6,000. Got a sweat free up to I don't even know what it is. Mine's usually $40. So I mean, everybody's got a different bankroll or whatever, but $2,000, $2,600 payout at 40, $10 is 662. Let's see if you wanted to get yourself $1,000 payout, $16. I said we run that unless anybody's got one that they love or one that they hate. And then we probably call it a day here. Appreciate it, Chuck. All right. That's what we're going to do. So to recap for today, guys, we're going to go with Derek Carr's pass attempts over 32.5, Isaiah Pacheco over 66.5 rush yards. And then in that same Cowboys game, we're going to go with their team total as they've dominated at home. We're going to see if they continue to do that. For the anytime touchdown lotto, plus 6,521. We're going to go with Dobbins, Jackson, Cup, Lamb, Mixon, and Evans. $16 is going to pay out over $1,000. I think that's a pretty good look for you there, guys. Reminder, but now that I know, when I last talked to you guys on Friday, I didn't know when the surgery was. I thought it was going to be earlier. I wish it was earlier. I really don't want to sit around until 10:45. Leave the house at 10:15 or something like that. But I don't want to really sit around. And I don't know when the surgery is going to actually start. I would have preferred it to be that I had to be there at like 6 a.m., especially because I can't eat or drink, or anything like that. So hopefully though I can pre-record a show Monday. I probably won't have any Discord plays depending on the pain medicine and the pain and whatever. I might be okay. It might not be bad. I might be, whatever. I'm taking home a bottle of Percocet, I think, or Norco, one of the two. So I might not be, I might be tired and sleeping. That stuff does not make me feel good. It makes me tired. It makes me go to sleep. So appreciate you guys. I'm going to close it out. I'll see you back on Monday. More than likely, you'll see me. I won't see you. And then, more than likely, no show Tuesday, no show Wednesday, rest up. And hopefully I'm back Thursday for Thursday Night Football. Certainly we'll update you on Twitter at Live Joe Bets. And I will see you guys back. Like I said, see you guys tomorrow. Let's try to cash this lotto. That'd be fantastic. This is the kind of stuff we need. We need to hit something like this so I can get more people watching on Sundays. We got to hit something big. And let's continue to try to do it. Let's root for it. And I'll see you guys when I see you.